Hi everyone. Interestingly, I've been asked about how I clear a deck before conducting a oracle card or tarot card reading. So everyone can benefit from this. I thought it would be good to do a quick video to show you what my process is. And there's no wrong or right way, but I can give you a few pointers. And for those that are new to reading cards, this might be really helpful. If you bought your first deck and you kind of haven't ever cleansed the deck before, it will just give you kind of an overview as to what you can do to clear your space, set your intentions, and see how you get on. So the first thing that's really important when doing a card reading is to make sure that you are in a quiet space, somewhere that you're not going to get disturbed, where you feel comfortable. So this could be a room in your house, this could be outdoors in nature, in your garden, so wherever you feel comfortable. And you might want to play music in the background. It's entirely up to you to help you get in the zone to relax. I personally chop and change, so sometimes I'll play music and other times I won't. So it just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling. But today for the video, I'm not playing music. So the first thing you might want to do is clear your space. It's not essential, however, I would recommend it. So I use a spray called Angel Sage Spray. So this is available from the Holistic Shop, which is an online store. So you could either order a bottle of this. It's not too expensive. I think it's about £7, around that kind of price. It looks quite small, but it lasts forever because it's basically liquid form of sage, which is a herb that's renowned for cleansing spaces. So you could either burn sage if you wanted to, or you could burn sage scented incense whilst you conduct your reading. But again, it's not essential to do that, but before any card reading I tend to spray the area that I'm within so that I know that the energy is cleansed. The other thing that I tend to work with is selenite crystal. So selenite is really good at recharging crystals, so you could either buy yourself a selenite plate. So I've got one here to show you. So I've got one here, looks a bit like the moon, but it's great for charging crystals, so you can place a crystal on there. So it's just an alternative way of cleansing your crystals. Some crystals you can't run underwater because they dissolve. So it's really important you read up about crystal properties before you consider cleansing them with water. But you can also bury them in the earth. You can use incense to cleanse them, singing bowls. You can use Reiki energy to cleanse your crystals. There's lots of different ways, but the reason why I use selenite, other than recharging my crystals, I also use Reiki, is to clear my energy field before conducting a reading. So I use this selenite crystal as a brush to just brush away any negative energy, so that I know that my aura is completely clear, so that I can hear messages or receive messages more clearly. The other crystals that are really great to work with oracle cards are things like tiger's eye. So having a tiger's eye present when you're doing a reading is great for grounding. The other crystals that are great are protection crystals. So either this is, I think, rainbow obsidian, or tourmaline is another great crystal. That's a black coloured crystal as well. So it's really important that you do your best to protect yourself when you're conducting readings, it's because you're in a space where you are vulnerable, because you're opening yourself up to messages from heaven. Where your angels are trying to obviously bring you messages and guidance. So that's the reason why protection is so crucial. The other thing you might want to do, if you're working with angel cards in particular, is work with an angelic crystal like angelite, which strengthens your connection with the angelic realm, or even a angel shaped crystal like this clear quartz here as well. So clear quartz again is really good for grounding and for psychic protection as well. Okay, so like I say, it's not essential to work with crystals. If you want to work with crystals, you can. But the most important thing before doing a reading is setting your intentions and making sure you're protected. So by protecting yourself, you can either cleanse the space with sage in all of its forms, so either liquid incense or burning it, or just by asking Archangel Michael to be present is enough. So I tend to start off the reading after I've cleansed my energy field and cleansed the space. I will then, before conducting the reading, call upon my angels. So the angels that I work with regularly are Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel. Michael for protection, so I asked Archangel Michael to be present during every reading that I do. I ask him to surround me with my blue protective light, keeping me safe, and I also ask him to cut any etheric cords which may be attached to me that are draining my energy field. So basically when you're near people, they can, when they are connecting with you and telling you all their woes, they can gently place these cords that you can't see with your eye, but they're there and they're draining you of any energy. So it's really important to call upon Archangel Michael regularly to cut your cords. So you can even use this motion to just cut the cords so that you know that you are now releasing any negative energy or fear. I call upon Archangel Raphael for healing, so to infuse any reading with healing energy. I feel that's important too, so that I myself can benefit, but also the person I'm doing the reading for. I also call upon Archangel Gabriel, because Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication. So she or he, depending on how you view Gabriel, is great at calling upon to give you the ability to basically convey their messages with kindness and compassion, and to hear the messages from heaven clearly, and so that you can put the message across in the best possible way. So that just kind of gives you a brief overview. Sorry if I've been into too much detail there, but I just kind of wanted to share some of the practices I do. So before doing a reading, I will call upon the angels, and then the next thing I'll do is I will just close my eyes and I will say, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, any other light beings that wish to work with me in this lifetime for my greatest good, I call upon you now, and I ask that you help me understand your messages clearly, so that I can convey this message to others and also benefit from the information or advice you are giving me. Thank you for protecting, supporting me, and providing energy healing so that I and all may benefit. Now you can either say Amen or Namaste, depending on your belief system, or just bow your head. So you don't have to say those exact words. You might have something that you want to ask them for. So you might just say simply, angels and guides, I ask that you protect me and support me throughout this reading. Please ensure the guidance I receive is for my greatest good. So it can be really brief. Next thing you need to do is get your cards out of the box. So I am working with the Work Your Light Oracle cards just for the demonstration. So here are the cards. So the first thing I do is I fan them out like this and I place them across my chest. And again, either silently or out loud, ask heaven and the angels to be present throughout your reading and to ensure that the correct messages are received. And if you have a question, you can think about the question whilst you're holding the deck to your chest. Or if you're reading for someone else, you can think about their question. So once you've done that, you then get your cards, and in your non-dominant hand, so I'm right-handed, so I hold them in my left hand, you hold them in a pile like this, face down, and then I just knock the top of the cards once. It's just to knock any negative energy out of the deck. I then place my dominant hand above the card deck and I close my eyes. And I imagine white light, pure angelic light, coming from heaven and cascading over this card deck. And I imagine it falling like a waterfall. And as I imagine it falling, I imagine it cleansing each and every card so that it completely purifies the deck. Now you can cleanse the deck using Reiki energy as well if you are attuned. It's entirely up to you. So then when I'm ready and I feel like the cards have been cleansed, so there's no time limit, it's just when you feel it's right, you can then take your hand away, turn the cards to face you, and then it's a matter of going through each and every card in the deck and saying hello to it. So it's just really so that you are acknowledging each and every card in the deck to say, hello, how are you? Thank you for helping me with my reading. And it's to infuse your personal energy into this deck so that the deck is in tune with your vibration. So just do that with every card in the deck that you have in your hands. With tarot it's a lot more difficult because there's more cards. So with oracle card decks there's typically 44, which is an angel number, but with tarot it's normally 78. So a few more to run through. Anyway, I've done that now. So the next stage is to shuffle the cards. So I'm actually going to draw a card for the very lovely lady that asked me about clearing decks and how to set your intentions before even conducting a reading. But I'm going to pull a card for her to see what message we get. But if you feel that the message applies to you as well, as the universe is very magical and it's capable of giving messages to more than one person at a time, take that as a message for you as well. So with shuffling, you don't have to be like a Las Vegas casino shuffler. You don't have to do it in that style. You can just shuffle it normally like that for as many times as you want. You might just shuffle it 3 times, whatever you feel is appropriate. And then it's a matter of fanning the cards out in front of you. And you can either close your eyes and get a feel for the energy, and when you feel a warm spot you can just go for that card. You can look at the cards in front of you and just by sight pick one that you're drawn to. If while shuffling you get a jumping card, which means the card sort of slips out of the deck as you're shuffling, then that's the card that you should pick, and that's the message that the universe, your angels, heaven are trying to get to you. Okay, so what message do we have for my lovely follower on Instagram? Okay, so, oh, okay, so this is a beautiful card. So it's take a break. It reads, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So this is a message for this lovely lady to say, maybe you've been overdoing it recently. Maybe you've been working far too hard and your life balance is off in terms of you're dedicating too much time to either work or home, and the other part of your life is out of balance as a result. So are you somebody that is at everyone else's beck and call? Do you find it difficult to say no to unnecessary demands on your time because you don't like letting people down? This card is basically saying it's time to take a break, take a day off or take a holiday, do something just for you. And you know, with this, what I'm getting in the background as well, I can see water and I can also see the moon as well and the universe. So it might be that spending time close to water could be really helpful and healing for you. It also represents our emotions, so it might be that you've got pent-up emotions that you need to release. It's all about letting go and processing those emotions. And when I think of water, I think of tranquility, and even if you just take time out and have a bath and soak in some bath salts and some really nice essential oils and burn a nice aromatherapy candle, that's really beneficial for your mind, body and soul. And the other thing is, when I look at this, because of the night sky, looking up at the stars is a really amazing way of healing at a soul level, because somewhere in your heart, somewhere in your soul, there is this deep connection to the stars, and it reminds you that you're so much more than just a human being, that you are a spirit, you are a soul. You are a soul walking a human path. Your human form is just an avatar in this life, and you have chosen to live life as a human, but you're actually a light being, and it makes you remember that you came from the stars, that you're all made of stars, and that the universe is indeed home, that we are energy and that we can travel anywhere we want to go. When we think of ourselves as a light being rather than just being human, our capabilities are so expansive. I don't think we're even fully aware as to what we're capable of. So this is a really, really beautiful card. I hope that's made sense for some of you. So set some time aside in your diary to rest, have some time for you, and just stop on that treadmill and take a break, take it easy, be kind to yourself, pamper yourself, and relax. You deserve it after all. So I hope you found this video helpful. After a reading, it's really, really important that you again thank the angels, your guides, your ancestors, whoever you call upon, God, Source, Heaven, the universe. Thank them. Thank you, guides, angels, ancestors, and any other light beings that have been present during this reading. I am grateful for your guidance and advice and healing. And you might want to just finish in prayer by putting your hands together, bowing your head, and then ask Archangel Michael to come and again cut any cords of negativity or fear and surround you in his blue protective light, keeping you safe, so that you are completely detached from any negativity, and you are now free. You've completed your reading, and once you've done that, you then need to pop your cards away. So you can pop them back in your box. You can wrap them in silk if you want to, or pop them in a little bag, depending on what you feel is appropriate. I keep them in the box because I've got a big chest full of all the different decks I own, so and that's perfectly fine. But every time you put your cards away in the box, or if you allow other people to touch your cards, you must go through the process of cleansing the deck again, so that it reattunes to your energy and you get rid of any negative or earthly energies, so that the card deck is assigned to your vibration and you can start again. So you might want to pick a card daily. That's a really nice way of working with a new deck and learning about the different card meanings. There's obviously a book that you can refer to in every oracle or tarot card deck, which is really helpful just to give you more information about the meaning of the card. But I work intuitively. I just go with what I feel in my heart. So the other thing you might want to do as well is, if you pick a card, is to pop it under the pillow. So at night when you're sleeping, you might then receive something during dream time that is just, you know, a more in-depth message as a result of the card that you've drawn. So give it a try to anyone that's new to card readings, and I'd love to hear your results and your experiences. So feel free to drop me a message to let me know how you get on. Okay, so I'm going to say goodnight to everyone now. Thanks very much for tuning in. I hope it's been helpful, and I will speak to you all very soon. Night night everyone. Bye.